The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Prescott. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Prescott now. And he will find his man on the outside. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the give, running right is Howard. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. Got nothing
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ready. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
A first down carry by Elliott. This is Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Detroit. Ezekiel Elliott, 57 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
47.
Yeah, let's get sandwich. 52's the mark, boys. 52.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. An update over in Soldier Field, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They start on the ground with Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
You ready?
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Switch up.
On first down, Sauer. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Well, throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Undercrunch. Take 4.
This is Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Ready. 8, read.
Line 54.
Hey, high 7. Hit it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now he'll escape to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Got it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's go
And
now.
for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third.
Five.
Operating from the gun, Sauer. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the set.
58, Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
Shoot.
On first and 10, Sauer, and he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Get it.
2nd and 4. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. Then he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Charlie. Ready?
From the gun, Sauer looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Prescott on 1st down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now left side on the swing pass, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Flushed out right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14.
46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Down. 50, plant.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, get in the weight room. 58, boys, 58.
Throwing on first down. Sauer. And he will find his man on the outside. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go. Check 15.
10th carry now for Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
John Franklin Myers on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now second and
Now
6.
whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back to throw. Sauer, and that's Elliott, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
15 line. 16 line.
Watch the floor.
On first down, Sauer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Get it.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Looking to throw. Sauer. He completes it to Evans. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Evans, 41 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott from the gun. That's complete to Smith. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, right?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Evans, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 32-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running with Howard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On second down, Prescott again. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Duke Dawson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Howard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Again, it's Howard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Forced out to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Throwing, Prescott, letting one fly deep for Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Elliott. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Haywood.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. You. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Hey.
Operating from the gun. Sauer. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Here's Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw is Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Cooper's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They're running it.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Ready? 18, Gator. Look, squeeze. Shoot.
Now Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Elliott. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Back to throw. Sauer. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Sauer. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Brings up 4th down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Steps away to his left. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
46.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
On 1st down, Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
It's 4th down.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Detroit, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.